Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So can someone revise the chapter 6? What happened till now? What we were discussing about? Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes, Shubhamai Mataji, you have notes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm in temple now. I'm so sorry. I'm in Puri now, Mataji. I prayed for you.
Oh, Hare
Jagannath Puri.
Okay. What about others? Anyone can discuss? Just open the session. What is the chapter name?
Conversation between
Narada and
Vyasadeva.
Yeah, conversation between Narada and Vyasadeva. So there, about what the conversation was about? That Vyasadeva was in distress, right? What was the cause of Vyasadev's distress?
He had not glorified the Lord Supreme.
Yes. He have not
rightfully glorified the Lord.
Or he have not discussed about devotional service in any of the, like he have written lot of Vedas and everything, but he have not glorified the Lord or his devotional service. Why? Why is it important to glorify the Lord or his devotional service? And that caused distress for him. Now, why is it causing distress? Sarve pumsa paro dharmo yado bhakti radokshache ahitike apradiha ye atma suprasidhate, right? Ye atma. So what is that which gives happiness to us? That discussing about Krishna. Yeah, Krishna Bhakti. So I asked, they didn't do that. So what happened? He could, because of that, he was in distress. And now Narad Muni has come personally to tell to Vyasadeva. So this is an example of what? I think 13 we finished now here. Narada's life. We've been discussing Narada's life, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji. Yes,
Start
Mataji.
from this one.
Yes. So Vyasadeva, being Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas, being the Supreme Lord himself, why is he listening to Narad Muni?
The intervention of Guru Mataji in one's life.
Yeah, Guru. So he's setting as an example as what? Vyasadeva is setting an example as?
Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena seviyam. So he's asking humbly, politely.
Politely. And he's setting an
Inquiry
example
Mataji.
of what?
Disciple, a good disciple.
Good.
Okay, disciple. Then what else?
A merciful
Inquiry
guru,
Mataji.
a merciful guru towards his disciple.
Dharma Pritha.
Taking the role of what? Role of a disciple. Okay, role of? He's showing us an example of an?
Shishya.
Okay, disciple or Shishya. Acharya, no? He's like an Acharya. Yes. See, Prabhupada, okay, he became the disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Then he became Acharya. No, Acharya is his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is an Acharya. So, Acharyas, even though they are self-realized souls, they are eternal associates of the Lord himself as Vyasadeva, still they are showing that they have a spiritual master. And they, as you all said, yes, Tadvidi Pranipada, Pariprashna. So, what did Arjuna do when he was lamenting?
He surrendered to Lord Krishna in the Shloka 2.7.
Yeah, Karpanya Dosha Father. So, Shishyaste Hamshadi Mamtam Prabhala. So, Krishna put Arjuna into dilemma or lamentation. That was Krishna's plan so that Bhagavad Gita could be spoken. And Krishna put Parikshit Maharaj into lamentation so that
he could listen Bhagavad.
And even Devahuti Mata, like she was in lamentation. And then what came out?
Sankhya Yoga by Kapila Muni.
Yeah, Sankhya philosophy came out. So all this we can see that it's mainly because Krishna's plan. There is some Krishna's plan behind it. So here also Vyasdev is put into lamentation by the arrangement of Krishna so that Narad Muni can come. And also Narad Muni has come. Did Vyasdev call for him?
No, Mataji. He
Then
came
how was
just
Narad Muni
appeared.
coming? How did
He
Narad
is,
Muni come?
is number one Trikaladarshi Mataji, and by Lord's providence arrangement. Hare Krishna.
How did he arrange? That's what was the arrangement done? I want to know that.
Sitting in the heart of everyone,
Yes.
Paramatma, he knows.
Yes,
Mataji.
as Chaitya Guru, no? So Krishna is in our heart as Paramatma and he is in our heart as Chaitya Guru. So when sincere disciple is in lamentation, what happens? That Chaitya Guru comes out as Guru. So that's how, like, I think some of your names, no, Dinesh Prabhu, some of your names are already in the Diksha list. That means they have already cleared the interview. Now they have to wait for the Guru to give initiation. So now again 30th initiation is happening in Mayapur, but it's also all of a sudden, like many can't travel there. But then we have to wait patiently till the time when Guru comes and accepts us as a disciple. Everything is done, but still might be something is blocking us. It's not our mistake. It's not authorities' mistakes. It's just that should be the right time for that Chaitya Guru to come out and manifest as Guru. We have already got him, but the thing is that official initiation have to happen. Like most of you waiting for initiation. That Chaitya Guru, he'll come out like Dhruva Maharaj, no? When he was ready to go to the forest and Suniti told to go to the forest, immediately Narad Muni came there and gave him the mantra. No? So who informed Narad Muni? So similarly here Vyasdev in lamenting and Narad Muni has to come, and Vyasdev is Krishna, Narad Muni is a devotee. Still just to take the role of an Acharya he has come. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Nalaveno Sarastamba Kusha Kichaka Gavaram Eka Evati Yato Aham Adraksham Vipinam Mahad Goram Pradibhayakaram Vyaloluka Shivachiram. So he's now Narad Muni's life has been mentioned. Now what happened? He served the Bhakti Vedantas for 4 months Chaturmasya and he ate their remnants. He served them so sincerely as Dasi Putra. And then now what happened? He had only his mother as an obstacle, and that also snake. There was a snake bite and the mother was also taken away. And then what happened? He took it as an opportunity. This is how Krishna drags the soul towards him. He took it as an opportunity and then he is now traveling for self-realization. So he is saying the previous slokas we saw, he crossed the farms and mines and agricultural land, valleys, flower gardens, nursery, forest and everything. And finally he passed through mountains, hills and full of reservoirs of water, beautiful lotus flowers and everything. And then where did he reach? I then pass along through many forests of rushes, bamboo, reeds, sharp grass, weeds, caves, which were very difficult to go through alone. I visited deep, dark, dangerously fearful forests, which were the playards of snakes, owls, and jackals. So he's going now. He's on his way to self-realization. Okay. So now here in the purport, Prabhupada mentions about the acharyas. Okay, who is an acharya, and then what an acharya should do. Okay, he's supposed to spread Krishna consciousness. Like Narad Muni, even though he's a Dasi Putra there, he is also taking the role of he's a devotee, and he also likes to preach Krishna consciousness. That's why even though it was a curse by Daksha that he could not stay in one place, Narad Muni took this as an opportunity to preach Krishna consciousness. So we know so many of them have Narad Muni as their spiritual master. Okay, so Narad Muni, Mrigari didn't call for Narad Muni. Narad Muni just went. Ratnagar, who became Valmiki, didn't call for Narad Muni. But it was Krishna's arrangement, in the sense, Krishna in the heart as Paramatma comes out. Okay, so this is Krishna's special plan, and Krishna arranges them in such a way that they are taken back home, back to Godhead. Okay, so Narad Muni achieved a state of fearlessness and complete dependence upon the Supreme Lord. Okay, so means he went through the forest, which were difficult to go through alone. He was just a boy, how old was he when he was leaving?
5 years.
5 years.
And we discussed also, what is the significance of that age? Dhruva was 5, Prahlad was 5. No, Narad Muni is 5. What was we discussed that last class?
the brain nerves will
develop. So the
thinking
development of the brain
Fine
actually
motor
completes.
skills.
Yeah, completes at the age of 5. Like from the day the child is born and up to 5 years, the brain is getting developed. That's why it is said in that 5 years, you tell any slokas, anything, the child will just grasp like sponge, because the brain tissues are very active and is just developing. So that 5 years it's been developed, and then again finer tissues, the development keeps happening, but then that consciousness arise and they'll be able to do self-realization, in the sense at that age. Till then, okay, they'll be in a playful mood and not serious. But at the 5 years, you can see here that Narad Muni became very serious, and it shows he was fearless, because fearlessness is a symptom of a devotee. A devotee is fearless. Why? Because a devotee knows that Krishna is in control. I mean, Krishna is controlling everything, or Krishna is in control of the situation of his life. So, avashya rakshibhi Krishna, or rakshishyati di vishwaso. No matter what happens, Krishna will definitely protect me. That fearlessness is there for a devotee. So he was completely fearless, and he was completely dependent upon the Supreme Lord. Like Prabhupada, when he went in Jalatuta, he had 2 heart attacks. The third day, he's like, third time a heart attack comes and gone. He was fearless because he was completely dependent on Krishna. Bhakti nehi bheda nehi nama kubudaro bhakti vedanta nama iti sartakaro. So he says in that Jalatuta poemship, that poem, he says, I don't have bhakti, I don't have knowledge, but I have so much faith in your holy name. So that complete dependence on the Lord, and that's a sign of a pure devotee. Narad Muni is a Mahajan also, no? He's a pure, great devotee. So there are many examples from scriptures of different devotees following the path, like Prahalad Maharaj meeting Avatut Brahman during his travel, Rishabhadev, Maharaj Jadaparat, Narada inspiring the sons of Dakshas, okay, towards the path of renunciation. So many have gone through the path of renunciation just because of Krishna's arrangement. Krishna sent some devotees for that. Simplifying our life in total dependence to devotion to the Lord, nature will provide everything required, but one does not need to beg actually. Ego bahunamiyo vitadikam, and Krishna protects, Krishna takes care. So a traveling mendicant can meet the needs of the body, namely thirst and hunger. In the 14th sloka, it is said that we need not have to beg anywhere, because see, thirst by drinking that water in the water reservoirs. Then there are gift of nature. Fruits and everything. So the hunger, everything can be taken care, it is said, without being a beggar at the doors of householders. A mendicant therefore does not need to go to a house of a householder to beg, but to enlighten him spiritually. Now, sometimes we see some sadhus, nowadays they don't come, but sometimes if you go to Vrindavan, every Ekadashi, some sadhus come. Okay, and they take some give atta, some give rotis, all the, and they'll take and go. And these sadhus, in the sense, they are not sannyasis or brahmacharis. Sometimes they'll be grihasthas also, but they'll be in a poor stage. So they come and then they beg from the householders. Okay, so when they take from the householders, actually they are considered as some nuisance. Sometimes they say, no, we don't have money, go. But actually they are devotees, and they come to actually enlighten us spiritually. They might be saying some Krishna Katha, they stand in front of them house and they speak about Krishna Katha also. So here it is said, because Narad Muni was traveling, I felt tired, both bodily and mentally, and I was both thirsty and hungry. So I took bath in a river lake and also drank water. And by contacting water, I got relief from my exhaustion. Sometimes Prabhupada says that when we become very tired, just wash your legs from the knee joint down, and then your face, your hands and all, you become really fresh. Even when we do japa, have all of you have a small pocket in your japa bag with a zip?
Yes, Mother.
What is that for?
To keep the Sakshi Mala.
No, Sakshi Mala is tied to the bag itself. It's not inside the pocket. You're keeping inside the pocket?
Yes, Mataji.
Then every time you take it out and push.
No, I'll just keep it outside, Mataji. After finishing the chanting, I'll put it inside again.
It is tied. If it is tied to the bag, it should be tied to the bag. It will hang from the bag. Then it's easy. You don't have to put it inside. I mean, Then again, what you'll do? Again, you put it inside after your 16 rounds.
Yes, yes.
No, no, it should be tied outside the bag, Mataji. And
Okay.
the mala will be lying outside. And then you keep pushing. Okay, what is the use of that small pocket?
Mataji, I have kept that Nirmalyam Mataji, the offerings of the flowers of the Lord.
Okay, the flowers. Then what is it actually for?
Little
Some devotees
money.
keep money.
Yes, Mataji.
Most of us, no? Because mala, especially I remember Guruvayur temple, you go, they will not allow mobile phones, they will not allow any gadgets, nothing. Purse also, they very strict. So you have your japa bag, they won't check the japa bag. I'll just see, they just hold it and you leave. And there is always money, no, for as because japamala will be almost sometimes with you, almost. So you can just take money out of it, and most of us keep money. Then keychain, car keychains. That's what I give. But actually, that is not for that. That is to keep a small spray bottle. Spray bottle, like small ones are available. You put
for Achaman, is it?
Antiseptic.
Achaman, yes, you can keep Achaman water, Ganges water in that, so that wherever you are, you become mochi or you have eaten something, you wash your hand, you put Achaman water and then again start japa. Okay, that can be done. Or else, it's also used for when you feel sleepy, you can take that spray bottle and spray it in your eyes. So it is said, small spray bottle. Now you try that, it really helps. I was so sleepy, so sleepy. I just took that spray bottle and sprayed. You'll be like, oh, okay, as if something, some rain. You just get up from this that drowsy state, no, where you just are Hare Krishna, and then you be awake. And yes, you have an achaman. This thing also, it is also very nice, especially those are doing Gayatri and all. We have to do achaman before chanting Gayatri mantra. So yes, but most of us use in a different way. Okay, so here. Okay, so here what happened, Narad Muni is now traveling and now he's saying, I'm fearless. He has gone through all these different forest areas and all. And then where did he reach? Tasmin nirmanuje aranye Pippalopasta ashitaha atmanatmanamatmastam yata shrutam achintayam. After that, under the shadow of a banyan tree in an uninhabited forest, I began to meditate upon the super soul, situated within, using my intelligence as I have heard from the liberated soul. So Shravanam. Narad Muni have not read any scriptures. He's illiterate, 5-year-old boy. He just had this association of devotees and he heard from them. No, he's saying, as I have heard from the liberated soul. He is meditating on the super soul as he have heard. Okay, so it's very, very important that how we hear from the spiritual master. Okay, hearing is very, very important. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. Unless we hear, we cannot. So once one great devotee, he said, unless you realize or unless you practice in your life, you cannot preach. So we are not prema bhaktas or mahabhava bhaktas, okay, to reach that stage. But we talk about prema bhakti. When we talk about Radharani, when we talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, we talk about prema bhakti sometimes, no? So is it right or wrong? But it is said, unless you practice in your life, you should not preach about it. So we don't practice prema bhakti. So can we talk about prema bhakti?
Yes, Mataji. We can, what we have heard.
What we have heard from the acharyas, we can speak. We are not speaking from our experience like about prema bhakti. We are speaking what we heard from Prabhupada through Prabhupada's book or through Prabhupada's lecture. That's why Prabhupada says, if you want to become a nice, right preacher, just vomit what you heard from Prabhupada. That's it. Don't have to add anything or delete anything. That is Acharya's special mercy coming. We may not have realized it, but Acharya speaks through us. Okay, now he is meditating on the super soul who's present in our heart. So Narad Muni have heard about the form and everything. So now he started meditating. Dhyayatas charanam bhojam bhava nirjita chetasa Autkantya Shukalakshaya Ashya Riti Asinme Shanair Hari. As soon as he began to meditate upon the lotus feet of the personality guarded with his mind transformed in trance love, tears rolled down his eyes. And without delay, the personality goddess Sri Krishna appeared on the lotus of his heart. So that's because Narad Muni is an eternal associate of Krishna. Who Narad Muni came as what in Kali Yuga?
Srivastava.
Yeah.
Shiva Thakur Mataji.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhaktarada. Shrivas is Narad Muni. Like Bhakta Avataram Bhaktakya Namami Bhakta Shakti. Bhakta. He came as a devotee form. Okay. So that is Narad Muni. So here, so it's easy for Narad Muni to meditate because he's a pure devotee of Krishna. He's a very pure devotee. No? And so he what he did, he transformed his thought and whatever he heard, and tears rolled out from his eyes. That means he was in Mahabhava state, Prema state, and then the Lord appeared in his heart. But then it was in the heart. We already know that the Lord is in our heart as Paramatma, but to concentrate on that Paramatma is not easy. But Narad Muni, even at the age of 5 years, because he was not interested like other children in the play and everything. No, he was not much talkative. Also, he was already in a devotional stage, because it is said tears from his eyes of a devotee is an automatic reaction, because Srila Narada Muni in his previous birth attained that stage very quickly after his departure from home. It is quite possible for him to perceive the actual presence of the Lord. Okay, so because he's Narada Muni, he was able to have. So this tears is, there are 8 different kinds of ecstatic symptoms called Ashta Satvika Vihar. Can someone say what all they are? Ashta Satvika Vihar, which comes in Mahabhava stage.
Choking of the voice, Mataji.
Choking of the voice.
Hair standing at the
Hair
end.
standing on the end. Very good.
Fainting,
Then
Mataji.
Tears flowing down.
tears flowing down. Fainting.
Trembling of the
Trembling, shivering, yes.
body. Getting unconscious, Mataji.
Unconscious, yes. Falling unconscious. Rolling, rotating around and again. Then falling on the ground and rolling. Okay, so all this. So even when there are hair standing,
Fluttering of the voice.
yeah, flattering of the voice. Even when the hair stand on end, sometimes blood comes out of it. The sweat pose. Eyes roll up sometimes. Yes, there will be the whole, yes, jerking of the body. Perspiration, sometimes there'll be sweat. So all this is a strong feeling of separation that comes, okay, which leads to the 8 different kinds of ecstasy. But the same symptoms Arjuna also had, no? His Gandiva was slipped, he was trembling, he was also having tears in his eyes, he was having all the symptoms, no? But what is the difference?
He was
The-
confused and
Yeah?
anxious, anxiety,
Anxiety and one more.
confused. No?
Confused, yes, main thing. Confusion is there in spiritual ecstasy also. Anxiety also might be there. Huh?
Lamentation.
Lamentation is there in spiritual ecstasy also, because they are lamenting, oh Krishna, I am in separation. Govinda Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam, Govinda Virahena. So that lamentation is there both places.
He
What
was
is
not
the
in Bhava stage, Mataji.
fear? Very good. Fear.
Yes.
Yes, that's given in Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada says fear. In Arjuna's lamentation, material things, there will be fear, but in spiritual anxiety, there is no fear. Spiritual ecstatic symptoms. So this is how you differentiate ecstatic symptoms due to material things and due to spiritual things. Okay, then what happened here is premadipara nirbhinna pulakango ati nirvrita ananda samplavelino napasyum Upayum Mune. So Vyasdev, at that time, being exceedingly overpowered by the feelings of happiness, every part of my body became separately enlivened, being absorbed in an ocean of ecstasy. I could not see both myself and the Lord. Okay, so now he's saying that I could not see like what happened, because every part was separately enlivened. In the sense, he was absorbed in ecstasy because he wanted to see the Lord, and finally he saw the Lord. So he was very happy, Narad Muni. Okay, can someone read this? It is given in the purport. When there, yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. When there are ample earthly flats to lie on, what is the necessity of cots and beds? When one can use his own arms, what is the necessity of a pillow? When one can use the palms of his hands, what is the necessity of varieties of utensils? When there is ample covering or the skins of trees, what is the necessity of clothing? Are there no torn clothes lying on the common road? Do the trees which exist for maintaining others no longer give alms in charity? Do the rivers being dried up no longer supply water to the thirsty? Are the caves of the mountains now closed? Or above all, does the Almighty Lord not protect the fully surrendered souls? Why then do the learned sages go to flatter those who are intoxicated by hard-earned wealth? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So this is what Prabhupada is asking. Like, why should we go behind? Because so much facilities are available in nature itself. But then, yes, as Grihasthas, it's not possible. But yes, those who are mendicant, they can actually do this. So here, Narada receives darshan of the Lord. Okay. And then, because he says Paramatma in the heart, and by hearing, he could meditate. And Narada began to meditate upon the super soul who is within. Using his intelligence, he started thinking. The soul and the super soul, the intelligence, are being referred to here through the word Atma. Atma means everything. Soul, super soul, also intelligence. Okay. You have to understand a coconut in different forms. Like, what you see above is a tender coconut. No, we say, but still it's coconut only. It's tender. And the other one is a ripe coconut. And also we have this dry coconut. Still it's coconut only. No? So similarly, when you say Atma, it can refer to the soul, the super soul, the intelligence, all. Yada Shrutam Achintyam. One should not meditate according to one's personal whims. One should know perfectly well from the authoritative source of scriptures through the transparent medium of the bona fide spiritual master, and by proper use of one's trained intelligence for meditating upon the super soul dwelling within every living being. So this kind of meditation, actually it's not allowed in Kali Yuga, but then Narad Muni was that in Satya Yuga. So at that time he was thinking about what? The super soul. Okay, in everyone's heart. And we should not meditate according to our own personal whims. Now, some I've seen meditating on a candle flame. Did anyone see that? There'll be a candle flame in the dark room and they just see that flame. I don't
Yes,
know what type of...
Trataka, Mataji, Trataka.
Yeah, what meditation is that, Mataji? What are they supposed to do? Like,
They
at that time?
just have to look at the tip of the flame and try not to think of anything else, Mataji.
It's not possible, no?
It is called Jyoti meditation. Mataji,
Oh.
the flame is visualized with half closed eyes at the mid of this, in between the two eyebrows in the forehead.
And also there'll be, that I've seen, and also there'll be one light on the wall and then a red light, and you need to meditate on that light. And sometimes they say on the chakra. Yeah. There are 7 chakras, right? On that. Sometimes on the breathing, right? Pranayama, based on the breathing. Or Om, they say Om, or the
Vipassana, Mataji. That one is Vipassana. You focus on the breath.
Breath.
Anapanasati.
So this all basically to control the mind, right? It's for the mind control technique.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, but the yoga, basically the word is to connect to the Lord. But that connection is lost somewhere. Okay, so 16 to 20, Narada is meditating on the Lord. Okay, he said, Prafishta Karnarandrena Swanam Bhava Saroruham Dunodi Samalam Krishna Shalilasya Yada Sharad. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and then cleanses the dust of material association such as lust, anger, and hungry. Thus, it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. So when there are pools of muddy water, what happens if there is constant rain? What will happen there?
The water is dirty, muddy.
No, after that, even after a long rain.
It will be, the dirt will be eliminated, Mataji.
Or if you say a pot has mud in it, okay, and you keep under a running tap, then what happens?
The mud will go away.
The mud will come out.
And it will be filled with clear water. Similarly, our heart will have all anarthas, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. So when we have these anarthas, when the good water of Krishna Katha enters our heart, Srinvata Swakata Krishna
Punyashravana Kirtana.
Punyashravana Kirtana.
Hridayantasya abhadrani
Rani
vidnoti suhritsatam.
Suhritsatam. So when you hear about Krishna, what happens? All the abhadras, all the last anger, hankering, all this will go up. I like how autumn will rain. When it falls on the muddy water, finally it becomes clear. Okay, so it's very important to hear about Krishna. So then what happens? The Lord's beauty resembles a dark cloud. So this is Krishna's form. It is mentioned here. Okay, but here Narad Muni meditated on the 400 form of the Lord, the Paramatma feature. But actual meditation should be done on what? The Krishna feature, the Shyam Sundar form of the Lord. The Lord's beauty resembles a dark cloud during the rainy season. Jayada Jayada Meka Shyamala Komalango, it is said. That's a freshly formed monsoon cloud. Now it's been raining with like cats and dogs here in Mangaluru so much today. How many of you, like when it rains there in your place, you see the freshly formed monsoon cloud? Do you remember Krishna?
Yes, Mataji.
Me, Mataji.
Yes.
You know that, okay, that's Krishna's color. No, you see that beautiful, that is actually Krishna's color. Once I was taking kids class and for them Krishna monsoon cloud and all is very difficult to imagine. So we say Krishna is blue everywhere, even this picture you can see Krishna is blue. So normally the blue color for kids is, I mean, blue color indicates what, you know, in Dinesh Prabhu in medical words, when a baby is born blue, what it indicates?
Blue means cyanosis, Mataji.
Cyanosis, that means less oxygen. The baby is not having much oxygen, and so we give some extra oxygen. So a child is like, Mataji, so Krishna was born blue. So whatever wasn't the mother and father and all worried because the baby, Krishna will not be getting much oxygen, and the blue baby syndrome is a blue baby. It's not good, no, Mataji. So how to explain to kids that it's not blue? It's not blue. It is freshly found monsoon cloud, bluish black. It's not black either. It's not blue either. It's a mixed color. When you can't explain the color of a freshly found monsoon cloud, no, it's dark blue and black and gray mixed. How do you explain that color? So that was actually Krishna's color. And as the rainfall glistens, his bodily features also glisten. Indeed, he is the sum total of all beauty. The Lord has 4 arms and an exquisitely beautiful face with eyes like lotus petals. It is called Aravinda, in the sense Pangaja Netraya, a beautifully highly raised nose, a mind-attracting smile, a beautiful forehead, and equally beautiful and fully decorated ears. So this is like explaining Krishna's beauty. And then he was completely happy by seeing the form of the Lord. Rupam Bhagavado yatan mana kantam shuchapaham apasyan sahaso tashte vaiklavyad durmana iva. The transcendental form of the Lord as it is satisfies the mind's desire and at once erase all mental inconjurities. Upon losing that form, I suddenly got up being perturbed as is usual when one loses that which is desirable. So Lord gave darshan and immediately disappeared. So he completely satisfied his mind, mana kantam, and drives away all lamentations, because when we are with Krishna, we forget all negative things. And so-called beauty of material form and transcendental form of the Lord, we should compare it. Because the so-called material form, what is the difference between the material form and transcendental form of the Lord? Material beauty, I mean. And the beauty of Krishna?
The personal form, Mataji, I mean, the Shyamasundara form with the 2 hands and 2.
Yeah, that is the transcendental form of the Lord. Okay. So what happens to that form, and what is how about the beauty in the material forms in the world? No, material form, no? Like what happens to all the Miss World and Miss Universe?
Universal form, Mataji. Vibhutis, they like Krishna as the sun.
Mataji, ordinary human beings, the beauty dies. It, it as you grow old, it reduces.
Yes, it decreases, and also it is not permanent. But Krishna's beauty,
Eternal.
Eternal. And Navayavanam. Navayavanamcha. Yes. Navayavanamcha means always fresh, like 16-year-old. Okay. Like always fresh. He looks only that much. When Krishna never gets old, or you never see a picture of Krishna with beard or white hairs and all. So that is Krishna's beauty. So-called beauty of material forms cause agitation. Transcendental beauty of the Lord completely satisfies the self. Yes, can anyone recite the sloka and read?
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, can I recite?
Yes.
गुणं रमणीयाङ्गम् अरुणोष्ठे क्षणाधरं प्रणताश्रयणं नृमणं शरण्यं करुणार्णवम्. Narad Muni continued, the Lord's form is always youthful. Every limb and every part of his body is properly formed, free from defect. His eyes and lips are pinkish like the rising sun. He is always prepared to give shelter to the surrendered soul, and anyone so fortunate as to look upon him feels all satisfaction. The Lord is always so worthy to be the master of the surrendered soul, for he is the ocean of mercy. Sri Narad Muni describing the beauty of the form of the Lord to Dhruva Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam 4.8.46. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So Narad Muni describing the beauty of the form to Dhruva Maharaj. Okay, like because Dhruva Maharaj was also going to meditate in the forest, and Narad Muni already gave the description of the form. Okay, Hare Krishna. Next one. Lord Kapila's instruction to Medeva. Yes, Mataji.
Shall I, Mataji?
Yes.
आसम अरे अवनातखिल लोक तीव्र शोकाश्रुसागरा विशोषणम् अत्युदारं सम्मोहनाय रचितं निजमाययस्य भ्रूमण्डलं मुनिकृते मकरध्वजस्य. A yogi should similarly meditate on the most benevolent smile of Lord Sri Hari, a smile which, for all those who bow to him, drives away the ocean of tears caused by intense grief. The yogi should also meditate on the Lord's arched eyebrows, which are manifested by his internal potency in order to charm the sex god for the good of the ages. Lord Kapila's instructions to Mother Devahuti, Srimad Bhagavatam 3.28.32. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. So again, here Kapiladev says yogi should meditate on the smile of the Lord, Hari. Okay, smile. Okay, because that will drive away all the ocean of tears in intense grief. That's why, when you take darshan of the Lord, so beautiful, everything else which just goes away, all the material things, material lamentation just go away. So we should meditate on the Lord's beautiful form. Actually, it is said on the lotus feet or the lotus, and then goes up to the face. Okay, so what happens? He got the vision, but then he lost the vision. So for a devotee who have experienced union with Krishna, separation is very, very painful. Okay, in the picture, whose picture you can see here?
Pandavas.
Yeah, the Pandavas.
Going for the Swarga.
Yeah, the Pandavas were very, very close with Krishna. The Pandavas were very close with the Krishna, and so when Krishna Swadama Pagade Dharmatyanadi Pisaha Kalo Nashtadrisham Esham Purana Kodanodidaha, Krishna went back to Zabod. These Pandavas, they felt intense separation because they were always with Krishna. So those who have experienced union with Krishna, for them separation is very painful, especially Vrajavasis, no? They were very, very painful for them. So once one devotee was asking, like, you go to Tirupati, what do they say there? All the devotees.
Govinda.
Govinda.
Okay, and you go to this thing in Vrindavan, what do they say there?
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.
There is no Krishna there. Why? It's Radhe Radhe.
There is a song, Mataji. Radhe Radhe bulao Krishna piche piche daude daude aayenge.
Okay, that is one thing. That is their special plan. If they call Radharani, yes, definitely Krishna will come.
Mataji, but if they will chant Krishna's name, all the gopis will faint because of separation. So to chant Radharani's name so that no one feels separation from Krishna.
Okay, so close to the answer. So that means Krishna have left Vrindavan. Now Vrindavan says Vrindavan Paritija Padabekam Nagachadi. I'll not take a step outside Vrindavan. Yes, he is there in Vrindavan as Yashoda Krishna, but he's in separation from, he's hiding from them. So as to intense, to increase their separation or love for the Lord. So since Krishna has left them and went to Mathura, Radharani is always there with them. Okay, that is one way of saying it. And yes, when they hear Krishna's name, what happens? They feel that separation again and again. So Yudhishthira is asking many questions to Arjuna. In the 14th chapter, we'll see. And upon his return from Dwaraka, he's asking this. And Pandavas departing towards north after hearing the news of Lord Krishna concluding his pastime, because they could not live in separation from Krishna. When Yudhishthira Maharaj came to know that Arjuna came back from Dwaraka late, and Yudhishthira Maharaj is like, why did you come late? Because Krishna already departed. And after hearing that, they felt very bad because they could not stay in separation from Krishna. So studying Shastra under the bona fide representative of the Lord is very important. Then one will be able to cross the ocean of material existence. Okay, so studying Shastra under the representative of the Lord, in the sense under the Guru, it's very, very important. Because surrendered souls, even from groups leading sinful lives, such as women, laborer class, the mountaineers and Siberians, or even the birds and beasts, can also know about the science of Godhead and become liberated from the clutches of illusionary energy by surrendering into the pure devotees of the Lord and by following the footsteps. Mahajanena Gatasya Panta. So Narad Muni is experiencing an unsuccessful endeavor to see the Lord. Like he saw the darshan, but then he lost it. Now, what general principle can be drawn from Narada's experience of unsuccessful endeavor to see the form of the Lord a second time? Now, he is trying to see the Lord for a second time. Transcendental form satisfy the mind, but again he says, I desire to see again the transcendental form of the Lord, but despite my attempts to concentrate upon the heart with eagerness to view the form again, I could not see him anymore. And thus dissatisfied, I was very much aggrieved. Okay, he tried to meditate, but he could not meditate. Okay, seeing his attempts in that lonely place, the personality Godhead, whose transcendental to all mundane description, spoke to him with gravity and pleasing words just to mitigate his grief. But then here, what general principle can you draw from Narada's experience of unsuccessful endeavors to see the form second time? So that will be a breakout room question. And please come back after the discussion. And then we'll post the attendance link. All should please, all should join the breakout room. I'm seeing some of them are not joining. Please join.
My name Jagannath.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Jagannath.
Krishna, everyone. You all back? Okay. So you can start from, just we'll go from down actually here. Okay, you can post the attendance link, Supriti Mataji. I'll make you co-host. So room number 4, we can start. Dinesh Prabhu, Nirupa Mataji, Chinnan Prabhu, Sumangla Mataji, Supriti Mataji, and room number 3, Chitra Mataji, Hardi Mataji, and also we'll start like that. From room number 4, we can start. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji, Damrat Pram. The general principles that can be drawn from Narad Muni's experience, because second time he could not have the same glimpse of Lord Krishna, even after meditating. So the general principles are that they have to be followed. Number 1 is, one should be above the level of mode of pure goodness. He should be in a state of transcendence, and that means Shuddha Sattva state. Secondly, Shravanam and pure devotional service towards acharyas, that is important before we can meditate upon super soul and have a glimpse of Lord. Third point is we should have a sincere, loving endeavor and devotional service to acharyas, and then only we can get purified. And then we should be free from material desires or all kind of material bondage, even mode of goodness, then only we can have a glimpse of Lord. And then meditation, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in, that should be done in the and loving devotional service in the form, in the bhava of Vipralamba bhava, in a mode of separation. Then intense desire to have a glimpse of Lord is there, and then only we can have a glimpse of Lord. So in Narad Muni could not have basically the second time the same glimpse of Lord, because he was still in a mode of pure goodness only. He was not in a state of transcendence. So that is the conclusion. But this is what our devotees contributed. And most important point, most important point is that it is the pure mercy of causeless mercy of Lord that we can have. It is despite all these efforts, pure causeless mercy of Lord which can enable us to have a vision of Lord. That is the last point.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Anyone else like to add? Okay, next room. We can go to next room, room number 3.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Room number 3, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I'm in the train, but still I'm speaking. So Mataji here, like Lord Krishna wanted Narad Muni to advance. That's why he thought that. That's why he thought that he was given a chance, a mercy that he could advance more further. As he called Narad Muni Paripakka, that he was not ripe enough. If this chance was not given to Narad Muni, then he would not become one of the greatest sages. As of today, he can travel in any world. He can meet Krishna, but whenever he wishes. Then we have other than that Eklavya. In contrast, like he was not chosen by the Guru, not accepted by Dronacharya, still hiddenly he had taken the knowledge, which later the Guru took off his thumb because the knowledge was not willingly given by the Guru. So when the Guru, like Krishna, he can appear as a Chaitanya Guru and guide us so that we can further succeed in our spiritual life. So And we have the example of Arjuna. Arjuna was treated by Krishna as a friend, as a very dear friend. But until he didn't surrender, he was not given the true knowledge. So one, we have to surrender, one have to believe. Whatever obstacle Krishna puts in front of us, it is only for us to progress in a spiritual life and to do as our Guru teaches us. Because Krishna cannot directly tell us, but it is through the Guru that we are given this opportunity to advance in a spirituality, Mataji. So Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Correct.
Room number 2.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I will speak on behalf of the group. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes.
Mataji, Narad Muni, after losing his mother, was in distress, and whatever method of meditation he was taught, he practiced. And that was just to soothe his heart. And initially, in the first stage itself, he got darshan of Lord. And he was very happy. That was causeless mercy of the Lord by sheltering an orphan and a distressed child. But he thought he could again see the vision of Lord, and that was his ahankara, as Kanchan Mataji said. He thought by doing the same procedure, by following the same remedy, he could have the full treatment. So Ganguly Mataji said it was his false ego. His surrender was not complete. And Prahlad Maharaj, like he was not completely surrendered like Prahlad Maharaj. And Parveena Mataji said he at that point he did not feel the pangs of separation. He was not in Vipralamba Bhav like Srila Prabhupada was. And maybe Lord wanted him to be a higher level of devotee and have unalloyed devotion. And devotional service was also missing. There was no relationship which he had with Lord. There was no, he was not in the full process of devotional service. And in conclusion, maybe the Lord is not, Lord wanted him, Narada, to increase devotees' desire. Because when we see sunrise in the morning, we want actually to see the exact time when sun rises, maybe from a mountain top or from an ocean side. So it was just a trailer for Narada to increase his devotional service and realize more perfection in self-realization. This is, in conclusion, that Krishna reveals himself only by his causeless mercy, and it is will and wish of Krishna, and does not depend upon our endeavor. Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, was I audible?
Yes, Mataji, I have network issue. What about room number 1?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Audible, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. From room number 1, I would like to as well as show my drawing also. Hare Krishna Mataji. So Mataji, over here we have listed down the reasons for Narada's failure in viewing Bhagavan for the second time. So the first reason is Krishna's mercy is required. If Krishna's mercy is not there with us, then we cannot achieve anything in our life, right? So that's why we should have the Krishna's mercy, because without if Krishna's mercy is not there, even a grass cannot move. It's mentioned that Rasoham Apsu Kaunte. Krishna is like the taste of water, the light of moon and sun. So without Krishna, we will not have water, we will not have sun and moon. So everything is because of Krishna's mercy. Second thing is Krishna is testing Narada's tolerance and patience. So Krishna always takes a test of all of the devotees. He gives the problems to the devotees so that he can test that whether the devotees truly engage in his service or only doing time pass. Then the third point is Narada was in Sattva Guna. He was doing the meditation, but that is Sattva Gunic quality. But he had to chanting, doing the pure devotional service, as mentioned by Prahlad Maharaj in the Bhagavatam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dhasyam, Sakhyam, Atmani Vedanam. So, you have to go to that. Then the next reason is the missing link. If we will see that what is the missing link over here, the missing link is soul needs guru to reach Krishna. So between soul and Krishna there should be guru. Like Balarama cleaning Devaki's womb for Krishna to enter. When Balarama appeared in Devaki's womb and then was transferred to Rohini's womb. Why he could not appear directly in Rohini's womb? Because he had to clean the womb, he had to purify the womb so that Lord Krishna can come and take the seat over there. Similarly, Balarama's guru cleans all our anarthas like lust, anger, greed, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madhavatsarya. Because in Shloka 16.21 it's mentioned, Trividhan narakasyedan dwaran nashanam atmanah. The three gates to hell, kama, krodhas, tatha, lobhas, sasmadedat trayantyajit. We should not have these bad qualities because they lead us to hell. Like Arbindriya Priti Vancha Tare Balikam Krishnendriya Priti Icha Dhare Premanam. That is like self sense gratification is lust. Then Krodhat Bhavati Sammohat Smriti Vibhrama Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashat Pranashyati. So from anger we directly fall into the material pool. We forget all the things. We lose our intelligence, etc. And we fall down to in the delusion. Then lobha pravritti arambha karmana amashamaspраha rajasyetani jayante vivruddhe bharatarshava. Over here it's mentioned that the like lobha or the greed is the quality in rajoguna and it leads us to hell. So for Krishna to sit, all these shed anarthas should be removed, and that is the work of the guru. And then because Mama Mana Mandire Raha Nishidin Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari. Please sit in my mind which is like a temple. So we should make our mind and heart like Vrindavan where Krishna or forever reside. That's why we should clean them by approaching a spiritual master. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshati te jnanena sattva darshinaha. So these are the 5 reasons. Krishna's mercy, then Krishna's chest, then Narada's transition from sattva to shuddha sattva, then the missing link between the soul and Krishna, which is the guru. So these 4 reasons are very, very important for us. So to understand that Narada's failure in viewing Bhagavan, if he will implement these 4 points, then he would have been able to see Bhagavan for the second time. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Mataji done.
Hare Krishna Mataji, the diagram was so nice. Can you reshare it? Can you show it? It is very nice the way you picture it. Yeah, Krishna's mercy is required.
Yeah, Mataji, I will just.
You made very nice drawing, so nice. Nice it is. Okay, I think we can stop here. Okay. I'm planning twice week sessions. That's because we've been we lost so many classes now. So let's see after Radhashtami, I'll let you know. Okay, the timings now. Hare Krishna. Can we stop here? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I cannot mark my attendance.
Everyone could fill?
Yes, Mataji, because yeah, I'm in my phone, that's why, Mataji.
You are yet to kill Mataji.
Yes.
Okay,